and that you also should be nourished and renewed as you give and serve so many others. And I know that your mom would want to be here. And so many are so proud. Especially now, at this very poignant time, what we are celebrating here is renewal, lowercase r, the constantly making new, even amidst things that seem anything but. In Hebrew, we say hikhatshut, which is reflexive. It means renewing ourselves, a process of continuous renewification. Now, Midrash holds that when we received Torah at Sinai, which is what we reenacted yesterday, every soul was made anew. And that was our Torah reading. It ain't for nothing that we're meeting this weekend. Kol HaNeshama renewed your covenant with Rabbi Jennifer. Rabbi Jennifer renewed her covenant with you. Mutual renewal. It's pretty awesome. And that makes sense. This mutuality. There really is no other form of renewal but that. It takes a village to raise a rabbi. It takes a rabbi to serve a village. And I have a feeling this village is growing. A town, a small city. That's as it should be. Renewal is not a one-way street. Renewal is not a one-time thing. It's a way of life. It's what we can aspire to always, so that Jewish life, so that spiritual life doesn't get boring or automatic or crusty or calcified or brittle. You are proof of that. It's a ceaselessly renewing Judaism of body and heart and mind and neshama, of spirit, of soul, of every world there is. And that's what Rabbi Jennifer stands for. It's what she's offering. It's what she's inviting us all into. It's what we are all blessed to seek along with her. Now, we won't have big celebrations of renewal like this every day, and for those of you who are on the planning committee, I bet you're saying it's good to thank God for that too. So here's the question. Without pageantry, how do we keep renewing? Where do we go from here? How do we keep making spiritual life new? How do we keep thanking God? How do we keep lifting spiritual life high, even at those times in life that, well, let's face it, don't always seem so high? And if there was any more poignant reminder of how everything mixes together, well, there's today. So here's one answer that came from someone named Rabbi Moshe Shapira. He's a modern Israeli sage. He passed not too long ago, just about a decade. He said this: not just once, but every day, the holy voice sounds from Sinai. It's what we read yesterday, except it's every day. And if we're not listening, if we're not paying close attention, what in tradition we call a bat kol, a heavenly voice, comes and bops us on the head. This is a sage, mind you. Has anyone ever felt like life has come and bonked them on the head? See a lot of heads going like this. That's a heavenly bonk. And here's what Rabbi Shapira says of this. Why does this happen? שנלמד מדרש שיהיה דברי תורה חכמים כאילו היו ניתנו. So midrash, so new holy tellings, should be taught, new words of Torah, as if they are given today from the very fabric of our lives. By coming to the Sinai desert for the sake of renewing ourselves. All of us, forever and ever, must relate to Torah in the form of renewing ourselves. There is no Torah that is not about renewing ourselves constantly. It is not a one-time thing. And that is the purpose, the goal, the highest aspiration of spiritual life, of community life, of Kol HaNeshama, of Rabbi Jennifer's ordination, of her service to you, of your work with her. It's everything. So when we come to the desert places in our lives, we do so incredibly, miraculously, for the sake of renewal. We come to make new wisdom, new Torah, as if it were given today, because guess what? It is. From your lives, from our lives, from this community. And when we are reminded of that, when we remind each other, when we come together with that intention, it works. We, in fact, make our spiritual lives new again, and that is my blessing for you. I bless you to keep renewing, to be a fount of renewal for yourself, for Kol HaNeshama, for the Jewish people, even and especially in any place that feels dry and lonely, for you, for anyone. May that downdraft be an updraft, descent for the sake of ascent. And when we help each other do that, boy howdy, we can take wing and fly. I bless you to do that. I bless you to be that as you have been, as everyone in this room is inspired to do because of you. And I bless all of us to be that updraft for each other, because it does continue to take a village to raise that rabbi high. I bless you to listen to that bat kol, that heavenly voice in your life. I bless you to continually be in your life and each other's lives that voice of living Torah, that sweet song of praise and gratitude. It is good to thank God. It is good to sing to God's name on high. If you have any champagne left, please raise a glass.
I decline.
This is to you, Jennifer. We lift this glass as high as you lift us, and we say thank you. We love you, Jennifer.
Crystal.
This community stands on many pillars.
In case somebody
What's it? Oh, you're a champagne.
Each of you is, in your own way, a pillar of this community.
Get to have crystal champagne.
But the ancient substratum, the founders, are represented among us. They have a special legacy. They have a special story to tell. They have a special blessing to give. Linda and Stan and Kayla and John. Look what it's become. Look around. And may all of you go from strength to strength together